probably. I was like, why can't I move? It's because my thing was disabled. All right. Where are we headed? Where are we headed right now? So we are trying to get to the layer 15 for the Mechanimus compound. Problem is the couple times I've tried it, I've died, which isn't really a bad thing, but it's kind of annoying dying. This. Could run back out to the Palladium Reef for a bit. Let's do that. I get a level or two, and then we'll go finish that quest. Meow. Not sure what this is. The village of Muvva. And they're not friendly. Algae water. I mean, actually, I don't know if they're friendly. Those plants just aren't. You're friendly. The frogs are, their plants aren't. Speak with the warden. I'm watching you, nomad. Well, you do have quests. There's somebody in the west with quests. The quest to the west. Can talk to the best. Svardim Scourge. Do you have work that needs doing? Speak to that person to the west. Why is there mechanical starfish cherub here? Ask it yourself. Good question. You know, honestly, it's a good answer. Hold on. Who do you like? Disliked by hermits for repeatedly beating them at dice. Your thirst is mine. My water is yours. The Svardim hate me less. Hermits already hated me, so it's fine. Could learn Bludgeon to lose a lot of reputation. But if I did that, that's probably enough. I'd probably lose enough well, actually, no. No, I wouldn't lose that much reputation. Huh. I mean, aren't all hermits gamblers if you try hard enough? So, chat, do you guys mind this power outage surprise CUD? I mean, I totally was planning on playing CUD this evening. All right, let's ask this starfish. Why are you here? Wait, never mind. Maybe the mechanical starfish is down there. That's just a sturdy armchair. Thought that was the starfish. Kind of looked like it. Ooh. Hey, Mark. Talking cudgel with thick sponge and acid quiche. That just sounds like a bunch of weed strains. Preserve my jerky and eat a meal. The junk dollar refuses to speak to you. Boo! I mean, it is hostile to me, so there is that. Their plants are like, I'm gonna kill you. People in the village don't seem to mind me, though. Want that Taco Suprema. Get it. Nobody saw that, right? I think everybody saw that. Should be fine. Ow! Got impaled. Staunch wounds, please. Noted, peeps. To be completely honest with you, I just, I mean, you kind of were, but noted. It is a good heads up. But you kind of are. Even if it's a good heads up, you still kind of are. Anyway, sorted. I think the person who wrote that doesn't speak English normally, so it makes sense. Just get back to this. You're the person I'm supposed to speak with, right? Russ Extra, thanks for the 17th month. Welcome back. I'm looking for work. Friend, visiting nomads came to our village the other day while breaking bread. They spoke of an intriguing place. Brass Tenth Akish, but they wouldn't reveal its location. Would you be willing to locate it? Did everybody just like pop resubs like right now? Zope with the 22 months in the prime. Thank you much. We hear it's located somewhere between 5 and 9 parasangs east of Alishan. Sure, I'll go find a thing for you. Why not? It sounds good. Run around, explore everything first. Round of beers and all that. You brought all the boys to the yard and they're like, damn right, it's better than yours. The real important question is how much do you charge for you to teach people that how to do that? That's the important question. What? I thought I saw something else in here. All right, nowhere else to explore. So the question is, where am I going? Find Brass Tenth Akish, Alishan East. Where is it? So it's somewhere in the mountains over here. It's somewhere in the hills down there. Well, that's not too bad. Ooh, statue. Under a strange burgundy sky, the people of Tar saw an image on the horizon that looked like a token, bathed in burgundy. It was Arith Dugut. After he came and left Tar, the people built a monument to him, and they henceforth called him the Burgundy Token. Salve injector. I know how to make those. I don't need to learn. Take it. Ow. Took 1 damage from acid, and there's a gelatinous cube over there. There's also this shit bag. Right there. Spitting slug who spat the acid at me. See if they come to me. Cook from a recipe. Let's do that. So once again, this is a roleplay playthrough, so permadeath is off. I'm doing that because I want to see new stuff. And I'm not good enough at the game to consistently get to new stuff, so. Generally I am, but sometimes I'm not. There's a chameleon up there. There's a bunch of stuff up here, actually. I have a pretty good gun. It's all right. There's also a leech there. Not anymore. We found a painted electric snail shell here at the Battle of Arkelvich. Ishrir III fought to subjugate cannibals. He wielded a traveling axe with such prowess that it became forever known as Travelingis, the woe of cannibals. Ooh. An item I get to go find eventually. Disassemble that. I don't need a club. Of wounding fire. Yep. My upgraded carbine's even better. This is a masterwork one with a scope. that chat named, what'd you name it, chat? Pew Pew Unloader with the color bees, because naturally bees is the best color. Naturally. Oh, right, yeah, cats don't attack me anymore. I forgot about that. Cats are no longer hostile to me, so I no longer get attacked by pumas, which is kind of awesome. All right, I didn't actually mean to leave the tile there. There was something up here. I have to get through the acid is the problem. Because there's a gelatinous cube up here, which is kind of an issue. Kind of want to just run in there. Let's just turn on my force bubble. Just run in. Still have to run through the acid, but too bad. Got you dead. Ooh, worth it. A vibro dagger with a nuclear cell that's low on it, and a wrist blade, folded carbide. Folded carbine wrist carbide, whatever that stuff's called. Words. All right, let's jump down to the bottom here so I don't need to walk through the acid again. Let's get out. Let's move to the east. Go on an adventure. Ooh, an apple. Grenade? Fungicide grenade. Ooh. These areas are pretty good for loot, so we can just like auto-explore this. Donk. Also, Bad Emperor, do me a huge favor and don't just tell me what to do. All right, with you making suggestions, but if you're like, just do this, I will probably just ignore everything you say if that's the case. I don't have enough weight to run around with all that. Laser pistol. Ooh, I might actually be swapping out the carbides for these. I was looking for some of these. You, I can just learn how to make you and then deconstruct. Gets me some weight back. Vibro dagger, learn how to make it, and then deconstruct it. Now I can walk again. Oh yeah, I also just have this Masterwork missile launcher, but you I don't need. Disassemble you. Oh, can't learn how to make you yet? Sad. There we go. Now I got both of those equipped. Let's just deconstruct these. I'd rather get bothered by cougars than bothered by nobody. Just saying. I don't know. The reason I do one item at a time though is because if I do them all at once, it doesn't actually disassemble them. It just informs me that, or it disassembles them all and then boots me out of the main menu. So by the time I disassemble them all manually, it's quicker usually. I'm not going to quote that one, Animal. No offense. Apparently seeing things that are making me stop moving. Oh, there it is. A giant beetle's following me onto the map. Especially like when you're finding all of, uh-oh. You guys are friendly? Wasn't expecting them to be friendly. Got a bunch of mechanimists. What you doing, guys? Never expect these guys. Oh, they're fighting with a puma. Preacher says, Earth was quickened for our coming. Home was ready. That. Hated by the Mopago for worshipping a highly entropic being. Loved by the mechanimists. Hated by Roots for telling body jokes. Seems like the root of the problem is you. Got Zealots, another preacher. Paladin. Bad Emperor, what did I literally tell you a minute ago? No offense, dude, but like, what did I literally tell you a minute ago? I want to see your painted steel plate. Oh. Could I? Probably not. Regular human? I am a mutated human with heightened quickness, night vision, force bubble, psychometry, so I can learn how to make things by touching them. Electrical generation, so I have very powerful balloon on my head all the time that is constantly charging me with static electricity, so when I poke them, it zaps them. And I have a stinger with confusing venom. So if that counts as a regular human, then I suppose so. I personally wouldn't count that as a regular human. But, you know, you do you. Also, I know I could just pour water on myself, but I don't feel like it. They're killing something. And I'm carrying too much to move. There's so much random loot back here, it's ridiculous. Could probably actually sell them some stuff in exchange for some weight. Probably something I'm gonna do. Buy his milky tubes. Loot's just heavy, man. Loot is just heavy. Oop-a-doop-a-doop. That's actually quite a lot of rams right there. HE missiles are worth something. I like it. Get rid of that. I know how to make those, so I don't really need those. Huh. There we go. Got his 2 milky tubes. Eater's nectar, injector. I now know how to make Eater's nectar. And we have a love injector. And I know how to make them. Which, not that, you know, I have air splice seeds or anything, but they're just like killing the hell out of that dude. Can I eat milky tubes? I mean, if you want to look up on the wiki what those do, or I could just tell you. You examine the milky tube and you learn what's in the milky tube. In this case, it's an Eater's nectar injector, which is a slender metal tube used to deliver various tonics directly into the bloodstream. You gain either a permanent +1 bonus to a random attribute or 1 mutation point. This item is a tonic. Applying one tonic while under the effects of another may produce undesired results. So if I inject it in myself, I get a permanent increase in that. I spawned one into existence using DevTools. That's the only time I've seen one. You know, I haven't looked up how to find them, but it wouldn't actually shock me if they're not in the game yet. Why do I keep hitting reload? I'm so used to hitting reload. Just running around with laser guns now. Not that I need to even do that. I could just, like, do this. Where'd the... No. Alright. Keep running to the right. I don't know. I have, like, 230 hours in CUD, and I've never seen one of those either. Air slice seeds are a thing. Apparently. I've never seen one, ooh, an engraved leather cap. Naturally. 4418, I threw to that. A random seed of succulence. A burgundy token died of natural causes. He was 109 years old. Gotta have pretty close to all of his information by this point. Wait, was there something else there? Oh, small stones. Actual stones. Not like the useful small stones. Desert rifle that I can disassemble. Thank you. And that. And I'll take the water skin. Just gonna leave. Whoa! Stop holding down the button, you moron. Alright, you die, please. Okay, it's fine. I think he got hit by a rock. That could have hypothetically hurt. But it didn't. I should stop holding dangerous buttons down. In this case, go forward is a dangerous button. But the fact that, you know, we're playing on roleplay means I can get away with being lazy. Although we still go back to the last town, so. Like, just because can't actually permanently die doesn't mean... Uh-oh, I just pissed off a bunch of goats. Now I'm fighting goats too. Although, I could also just do this. Force bubble and leave. Is there a war going on? What do you mean? Because there's people dying all over the place? No, this is just CUD. Oh man, the novice of the Sightless Way dies to a monkey. Hurts to be a level 1 adventurer. Or a level 1 mutant. That's funny. Also, hey, Twitch ups. How's things? We're just murdering a bunch of monkeys with laser guns. Oh, there's another one. Just walk around the acid. Kill these gnolls. The Sightless Way guys are scary if they catch you in the wrong place. But if they're out in the open, they're just like, you slap them and they just insta-die. A lacquered iron buckler. How are we doing today, Twitch ups? What kind of eel animal, if I can ask? I realized you posted that a while ago. Could just fry you. Speaking of frying, let's fry this piggy. Well, see, if I took a mutation like covering my body in monkey fur, then the monkey would just be friend with me. I wouldn't even have to fight the monkey. It's very funny just like being over-leveled for a zone and just running through it in this game. Just basically right now. What's even better is if I just like hold down the go right button, there is a very real possibility I could just get insta-gibbed by something that just happened to be in this area. Even though this zone in and of itself is actually quite an easy zone, if I like ended up going too quickly, I could very much just die instantly. Which is like the funny thing about CUD. It's like it doesn't really matter if you're in an area that you've over leveled. If you are goofy and just let yourself hit something bad, it could very much still kill you. Like right now, in this, I could die in this area if I just held go right. No questions asked. Alright, that's it for the chimps here. Giant leech. Kill you. Heal up. Bump attack mad pull. Bump attack on like gelatinous cube, mad pull, acid, bleed, holding right and you miss a Novice of the Sightless Way, they could annihilate you immediately. Trying to think what a gun. Like if some idiot with like decent weaponry is just standing there, yeah, you're dead too. Is that engraved? No. Nope. I have to go east. Yeah, one of these guys could kill me wherever you went. Where are you? I don't even... Oh, there you are. Down below me. Is there a tree in the way? There absolutely is. Is there a second one? Right. That was mildly infuriating. You know, these monkeys are pretty good at throwing... Oh, there was two of them. Shit. Monkeys are pretty good at throwing objects at you and hurting. It's a good thing they don't have grenades. Don't ever teach monkeys how to make grenades, chat. That would be a bad thing. I had a monkey companion once, and I gave him a bunch of grenades, and he killed me with them. Felt pretty good. Also, did anybody start up investments after the stream came back online? Because for anybody who's just tuning in since we started playing CUD, I've actually been streaming for about 5 hours today, but my power went out, so kind of had to... I decided to just swap games when that happened. I also took that as an opportunity to get lunch. I don't know if I told anybody that earlier. But tomorrow, even though I kind of haven't been promoting this enough, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific, I'm going to have Tarn Adams on my stream. Can you teach a faction how to make grenades? God, I wish you could. There is a lot of things behind me. Pew! I can just kill. Am I even getting XP from these guys anymore? I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure I'm not even getting experience from this. Did the bar go up? I don't think it did. Whoa, 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 whoa. I might have to pull out the rocket launcher for those. Oh wait, never mind. They're friendly, so I don't really want to fight them. It's a interdimensional spider's nest. And they teleport you out of their nest through interdimensional portals. I'm not sure what that link is, but I'm not going to click it. Regardless of if it's safe or not. But yes, monkeys with tools is scary. I mean, you don't even need to, like, link to real-life photos. You could just look at Rise of the Planet of the Apes and that scene where they're all just carrying M16s. That is kind of scary in and of itself. Yeah, the fuck-off spoders, exactly. There's a cannibal here. I'm gonna get out of that acid. By bashing a window in? Oh, that is scary. Hope that monkey wasn't getting abused. Seems like a cry for help. I don't know, I just always extinguish the fireplaces. It's just kind of a force of habit. Usually I'll even, like, extinguish random campfires that the gnolls make. I don't know why I do it, it's just something I've always done, I guess. Webtoad, Snapjaw, Scavenger. Goat. As somebody who lives in British Columbia, Canada, fuck yeah, I want people to prevent forest fires. What the fuck was that? There's a chest up there. Ooh, also you. Hello, you! Just because I haven't read one of their descriptions yet. A truly grotesque creature. The algo... I don't actually know how to pronounce these. The algolzvuv appears to be a massive, unnaturally twisted fly. The enormous forelimb of the barbs of its flightless terror are hung with bits of flesh from its previous victims, slowly rotting for later consumption. All right, I don't actually need to do this, but I think... Gladly. Ooh! Ooh! New toys. All right. Can I even pick you up? Oh, it's too complex for me. God damn it. Yeah, I can. Can't have it all. Excellent. And now I shall leave. Goodbye, you weirdos. Hey, a gun. Ow! Can you not do that, please? Oh, hello, Robit. I discover a slime bog. Neat. I feel like I should probably prep against disease. Just in case. Oh, I know. Here's the thing, Bad Emperor. I know what I'm doing. I don't know how experienced you think I am. I know what I'm doing. Very important. Should one's seller keep books before reading? I don't usually do either. I usually give them to the library, but it depends on what you want to do. If you need money, sell them if they're not valuable. I usually trade them for experience. They're usually a bunch of quick, easy levels. Especially early on. Later on, that becomes less so. But it depends on the color of the book. If they're green books, read them because you'll learn something from them. You'll learn a skill usually. Yeah, there's a library. I can tell you where it is if you'd like. At twilight shadow of the Spindle, people's Porch saw an image on the horizon that looked like a ghost bathed in cerulean. It was Recef. After he left Porch, the people built a monument to him, and there henceforth called him Ghost in Cerulean. Nice. I think I actually already found that one. Pretty sure. You'll find it? Alrighty. There's also there's a bunch of free XP in that area, as well as a bunch of good shopkeepers. So once you find it and learn where it is, it's a very, very useful area. There's also some quests that you can get from that area too. None of those are spoilers. That's just kind of a fact. Green adds skills. Okay, actually, I mean, I can show you. I don't have any green books right now, but green books will teach you recipes usually, crafting or otherwise, usually cooking recipes. And then there's books like this one, or the ones with the yellow titles. The ones with the yellow titles are pre-written books. So these are actually like written by the devs. This particular book actually is instructions on how to cure all of the diseases in the game. Which everybody should have on their person at all times. So to me, it kind of depends on the book. If it's just a generated book, I don't really worry about the secrets that are hidden in them. I usually just trade them or sell them or trade them for XP. But if you trade them for XP, you can go back and reread them. They'll be worth anywhere from a few hundred to a few thousand XP. There we go. Let's just auto-explore until I see ripples. If I don't see ripples, then we'll keep auto-exploring. I can't fight ripples yet. Well, actually, it depends on the ripples. Bunch of snapjaw brutes, eh? Yeah, no problem. Tried to give you the info as spoiler-free as possible. In fact, the library might actually be in an area you've already been. It might, you may have already been there. It's one of those areas where, like, I think I had like 40, 50 hours in this game before I figured out that there was a library there. But oh, stun gas. What kind of gas is that? I thought it was paralyzing initially. The Corliss Porlius. Don't, it's like, just in real life, always make sure you have some, like, Advil in your house. Just like every Caves of Qud character should have that book. It's like having Advil. That's a lot of things right there that I don't feel like killing. Alright, let's get out of here. I run back to Other Town. Kind of want to run around in the Deadlands for a bit. But I really need to go finish Bethesda Susa. I've already killed all the trolls. I need to do the other thing. I need to get to the bottom and find the computer. I've located at Brass 10th. Thank you for your service, friend. Our village owes you a debt. For now, please choose a reward from our stockpile as payment for your service. Whizzer! Small sphere of negative weight, please. Thank you. You flush with the understanding of the artifact's past. That's fine. Did I equip that in the right thing? Also, strange tubes. Always got to check what strange tubes are. An electrified metal folding chair. What kind of asshole makes that? I don't believe I've ever seen an electrified folding metal chair. It's like an electric fence, but a metal chair. It's like those little metal chairs that live at your grandma's house, and except you sit in them and it zaps you in the ass. What the hell kind of mean prank is that shit? The fuck? Was that with the last major update? That's kind of incredible. All right, well, anyway, let's disassemble that. Do I have enough knowledge to learn this yet? I haven't checked. Nope, I need level 3. Speaking of, I need more intelligence for that? I haven't looked. I haven't played this run in a handful of days, so I kind of forgot where I was at. No, I need 29 intelligence. How far away from that are we? We got 26 intelligence. I make you choke on your food? I'm glad I'm good at something. Alright. Could run around in the Deadlands for a little bit. Anywhere else we haven't been around here? Oh, there's the Goat Volk villages. I wonder, they're just gonna try and kill me, right? Oh, never mind, I'm lost. It kind of bothers me that you can't, like... Boy. Another thing that I haven't seen yet in this run, which I definitely can't kill. Its body is clotted in finless cord that hovers and strums the air. With magnetic force, barbels crack out of its mouth and then sizzle and fry in its saliva. Oh, I know. Mad Emperor, please. I know. I know. I think I've told you this a couple of times so far. I know. All right. We made it. It's fine. Not gonna lie, I kind of wanted the XP from that, but maybe I could have killed one of them. Kind of doubtful, but let's just massacre some goats. There's a shrine here. Owie! Fucking seed sower. Asshole. And then I immediately catch fire. Alright, who did that? Is that you? Did you set me on fire, you shaman? You must have. Someone had fire hands. I do appreciate the advice, but it's like, you just keep saying what my brain is telling me. And it's like someone is just transcribing my thoughts. It's a little weird. It's just like, imagine you think something and then look at a Twitch chat and then immediately see the exact same thought written back at you. It's like, yeah, I get it, but I need to like wiki and remind myself what to do with the cloning draught though. I think that's used in a recipe for something. I mean, I know what it's used in a recipe for. I just don't know what else I need for the recipe. They bite with burning. Based on reading the wiki. I haven't actually fought them yet. Because this is like my first run since the new update. And it was like, I didn't feel like grinding it out with permadeath on, so I was like, well, they also added all this roleplay shit, so I guess we'll just play it roleplay mode. And then just be a little bit more casual about it, which is kind of nice, because I don't always have the energy to play a 30-hour game and then die. While traveling alone in the trash district, sounds like my home, Habakesh Ishur III met a compromised version of himself. From that day forth, he was obsessed with batteries. How did I leave the area so close to me? I used Force Bubble, which is my ability under Mental Mutations, number 1. Force Bubble, it doesn't matter what's nearby. You could be surrounded by dudes and then just leave. It allows you to leave any spot immediately. It's basically like a free escape. Assuming it's off cooldown. Let's go kill the other Goat Folk village. Spna! I would assume so, because Force Bracelet has the same effect, right? If it makes a force field around you, yes. It would be a free escape. Jesus. Or hit me like I didn't even have any armor on. Which I definitely do. I have carbide plate armor. I fucking hate the seed sowers. They hurt so much. Ooh, a slime bog. Neat. Pew. What an ass. Do I have Jacked mod? Is that, if it's a mod for the game, no. If you're asking if I have Truekin mods, I'm not playing a Truekin, so I'm not sure what the question is. Do I have access to it? No. There's like 4 different answers to that question, possibly, so. The only modifier I currently have for tinkering, because I haven't really been hunting for them, is Electrify. I haven't been going after schematics or anything. Yay, leveled up. Fucking took me long enough. Don't need reverse engineer. We could take ley mine and deploy turret. But grab pistols and akimbo because I'm currently using pistols. That. How much time do you need to handle the basic game? 30 minutes. 30 minutes and stare at the UI options and find something that works for you. Stare at the wiki and watch out for the monkeys. This game's nowhere near as bad as it looks, especially considering they have Wander and roleplay now. Roleplay is like most tourist modes where you just save at whatever the last town you're at was, and Wander is true tourist, like in NetHack, where you can just be a tourist. And contrary to fan popular belief, I personally really dislike the pre-release UI. I think it's kind of terrible, and I think the old one is far superior and easier to navigate. But I'm also legally blind, so I disagree on most people's context of decent UI design. God damn it, fucking plants. If you can play and comprehend Dwarf Fortress, you can play and comprehend this, no problem. Just realize it's a game about dying a lot. It's just D&D stats, really. I mean, it's just strength, agility, toughness, intelligence, willpower, and ego. Like, it's really not that bad. Like, this is your whole character screen. I've said this like a dozen times since I started today. I am playing a mutant. I don't really enjoy playing Truekins. I try a Truekin once every major patch, but I almost never stick to them. Very, very long. Oh yeah, slime bog. Another one. Slime bogs everywhere out here. Where are we headed? You know, I got laser guns. Let's just go back to Bethesda Susa and go finish the quest that we're on. How did I get stats so high? By playing the game and leveling up. What? Generally, that's how you get good stats in a video game, is by playing it. I hate you guys. Just fucking die, please. Ass. There you go. I'm famished. Well, I mean, I was going to eat something anyway. I'm level 21. Let's do that. Oh, so they made Truekin slightly less boring then? My problem is, like, I don't find the upgrades that Truekins get to be particularly fun. It's like, I don't know. I much prefer the ability. My favorite way to play the game is just pure Esper with just the mind powers and being super squishy. That's my favorite way to play the game. Second favorite way to play the game is like more of a bruisery mutant. And I can't get that super satisfying gameplay out of Truekin. Like, I've played them a number of times. I never get that out of it, so maybe one day I will. But that day is not today. Let's just give you a nuclear cell. We're gonna just do one floor at a time, fully clear. Don't like that the cloneling was right next to me. We're just gonna do one floor at a time, and then back up, come back out. I can just shoot through walls with these? Hold on a fucking second. Maybe that was the door that I shot. What was it that I just shot? I actually don't know how to make Borderlands revolvers, apparently. I know I've deconstructed a few of them. I'm still targeting that fucking wall. Got the twinning lamprey. Where's your friend? Petty mortal, place 3 leafy helms before me, and I shall reward you with the splendid vestment. Splendid vestment. In this run? Bad Emperor? Or previously? Previously, yes. In this run, no. It wouldn't be relevant to me in the first place. By the way, just want to shut up for a second. This music slaps. Could listen to this all day. So good. All right, where are we going? Killing this asshole. Still have 20 missiles. I'm just going to put that thermal grenade in inventory. Previously on Blind IRL plays Caves of Cut. Here, have my static electricity. Bzz. Ah, for fuck. I'm on fire! How are you? Boo. And now I'm getting hit from behind by boulders. Don't you just love accidentally hitting yourself with a thermal grenade? Pretty great. Am I really, like, out of water? I'm also, like, out of water, apparently. All right, well, we're just gonna, you know, clean all my stuff with 1 dram, pour 1 dram on me, and then just run upstairs and get out of here. Because I didn't realize I was so low on water. I need to sell some of this crap. Never mind, I'm still on fire. There we go, now I'm not on fire. All right, let's get out of here. To heat your morning coffee? Oh, is that all you use them for? I use them to light my house. Yeah, but honey isn't replaceable for me currently. I do have access to a water weep, though. That bot didn't have a fun username. 0 out of 10 bot. Honey is used in making meals that stop you from getting glot rot, which makes your tongue rot out of your mouth. So I would say yes, honey is useful. If you like communicating with other NPCs, then yeah, it's pretty useful. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, the entire planet knew about that after somebody made a certain video about this video game. And then for a very long period of time, every time I streamed this game, I was informed of that about 11 times. As well as then complained to that you can't kill LGBT characters in this game and do a lot of other things. You know, all that fun jazz. So, yeah, thanks for adding on to the pile of people who've told me that. Let's go this way. It's almost like that one character's a mainline quest giver that you kind of need. I'm at the point now where random people DM me on Discord and I immediately report spam and block. Alright, so one of these days somebody's just going to like harmlessly DM me and actually be wanting to talk to me and I'm just gonna be like, blocked. Why would you want infinity lava? Well, you see, lava's very important for certain meals. You like breathing fire? I mean, here, let me read. This book is kind of spoilersy, but I'm the one playing the video game, so god damn it. On glot rot. Glot rot is an affliction that is characterized by narcosis of the tongue. Judging by evidence gathered from patients' accounts, I place the disease origin within the cavern of Golgotha, where victims most likely contracted it from the putrid spawn of the Alglogut, who I've killed. Also, that is an area that you have to go to as part of the main quest line. The afflicted patient will complain about soreness in the throat and tongue tissue begins to swell. Within the week's span, the muscle will begin to soften and start to decompose. The patient will experience severe pain while ingesting food or drink, and it may agitate at least one of the raw living... Wait, hold on, what? It will begin to agitate the last of the raw living tissue, causing the mouth to bleed. Over the following few days, the tongue will rot in its entirety, rendering the patient incapable of speech. That's glot rot. Yeah, lava's very expensive. It's also very difficult to actually, like, put lava in your inventory. Yeah, I kind of have a feeling that, the melting a house in Java, Yappa. I say Yappa because that's what Brian called it on Dwarf Fortress Talk, the one episode he was on, and ever since then I've wanted to call it Yappa because it just feels right. Anyway, melting a house in Yappa, and then selling the lava is this game's equivalent of Dwarf Fortress's thermonuclear cat explosion. I could just sell this. Just call it. Thank you for the 47 grams of water. All right. I mean, you can still get lava. I'm just figured I'd share. Yes. You just can't do it 64 grams at a time. Where was I going? Right, I was going to deconstruct stuff. Let's go back to Golgotha. Let's go back to Bethesda Susa, not Golgotha. And head back to where we were, now that I actually have water, so I don't die of thirst. Because my inventory is all like, 48 grams of fresh water now. Much better. But yeah, no, honestly, I think right now is probably the best time ever to get into Caves of Qud because there's two very competent UIs for the game. There's the more modern one that's more compact, which I find harder to navigate. And then there's the old one, which is this one, which is very easy to navigate and smooth and suits the game's style. I love it. And then outside of that, there's also, you know, the fact that there's 2 tourist modes in the game now that make playing the game the first few times very, very, very approachable. So honestly, I think like if you've ever thought about getting in to Qud, now is a good time to do it. Although just remember, there will be a time in the far future where this game will be available for sale on phones. I hate these guys. Yeah, I intentionally go out of my way to not hit the exploits because they're just... I mean, it's just no fun. Alright, yeah, you're still too complex. Button I'm looking for. What am I looking for? I know what I'm looking for, but... give you a cell. Phone games are bad? You have a small brain, friend. It's okay. One day you will learn. You know, generally when people have that take, Twitch ups, it's best to just go like, yeah, okay, sure, you believe that. Moving on. Like, there's no reason to have that conversation. It's really good. Oh, I remember Theo Town. That's on PC now, too, I think. You need to die, friend. Get your gaping maw far away from me. My Void Spoder friends. Oh, also another thing to people who are like, man, this game looks kind of intense. We're not at the beginning of the game anymore. We are certainly like pretty, well, not super far in, but we are not at the beginning of the game anymore. So if things seem a bit overwhelming, realize it's not going to start this overwhelming. I want to swap out the one on my other pistol game. Theo Town? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that got a... Yeah, you're the one I want to replace. What? Did I also just unequip it? I absolutely just did. Why? That's my mutations. This is not a particularly exciting build. It's basically just, I keep on hoping I'll get multiple legs, because then I would just be redonkulously fast. But it's basically just run quick, see in the dark, hide, learn how to craft things, zap people with static electricity, have a stinger. Is there an end? Yes, there is an end. This game is kind of in line with games like ADOM Twitch ups and games like ADOM, games like why am I blanking now? I don't want to say Tome. Not so much like Tome, more like ADOM. But like there is an end goal, and there is a main quest line, and there is a story, or you could just play it as a sandbox. It doesn't work on robots. But yes, it does indeed work on enemies. Fucking crabs. Pet Immortal, liquid cooled. 3 liquid cooled items before me, and I shall reward you with a heightened skill. 3 liquid items. Wouldn't that just be like... Ow? Motherfucker. Assholes. Staunch wounds, please. Staunch my bleeding. Get healing going. A cloneling up there for a second. So I guess 3 liquid items would be like 3... That takes long. Want the cloneling dead. Want you dead. At least it's alright XP. There's a cloneling back here that's just cloning shit. I don't like it very much. Alright, let's back up. Oh, the smoke is definitely sleeping smoke, and it's coming from the things on the ground that look kind of like little stars. Okay. Actually kind of low. Actually kind of low. Follow me on YouTube. Hi. Not super likely. I don't particularly enjoy streaming adventure mode. I just, in the way it's currently set up, it's just so clunky. It's really difficult to explain to people. Like, it's really easy for me as a entertainer to explain why Fortress mode is cool. It is, however, rather difficult for me to explain why I just, like, shot a wall right in front of me with a rocket launcher. have a lot of HP and I keep missing. There you go. It is, however, very difficult for me to explain why adventure mode is interesting to people. But I've done it in the past. If you dig into my VODs, you'll find a few adventure mode VODs. I mean, I just killed it, so... But now, when you say best enemy, do you mean actually the best enemy? Or do you just mean most fun enemy? Huh! Not dead! I think that my clone that just appeared just damn near killed me. So I have a clone of me here now, which means I can kill me and take my stuff. Although, I also have this. I wonder, this should work, right? Can I not? Oh, I can't. It's a thrown weapon. Duh. Eh. Fuck it. I hit it with the love injector. Give me items. Oh, do you not have any items? Okay, so they have changed how that works. Well, he's still my friend now, which means I can make him carry my shit. Or rather, I could give him a gun and just be like, go help. Do I have a sword anywhere? Just need to pick up a gun. Anyway, place 3 liquid cooled items. No, if I have anything that... I don't think I have anything that's liquid cooled. I thought he threw a grenade at me, but no, he didn't. I think that was just a chromeling in front of me or something else. It's okay, he's in love with me now, so I now have assistance from him. I could also... Actually, I don't think I have the achievement yet in this version of the game for eating my own clone. So if he dies, I have to decapitate him. I'm sorry, what just happened? Oh, I fired a... I still have the missile launcher equipped. Please remove that. That. And equip that. Good luck, buddy. Go punch him. Begin to flicker in and out of corporeality. Is that an infection? Making joints. I don't think it's a fungal infection. Moon King fever, brain disorder characterized by the belief that the victim is the king of the moon. But I am flickering, which is kind of concerning. Not gonna wait. What? Got a salty, slimy, oily injector. Oh, that would be why. I didn't even see what he killed. Yeah, I mean, if I got hit by a shade oil injector, that would explain why I'm flickering in and out. The overdose spot. Shoutouts to my friendly clone. Oh, hey. Also, is he gonna follow me? Buddy! No? Okay. Bye, I guess. Place 4 lanterned items before me, and I shall grant you a reward. What floor am I on? 6. Now we're down to 7. Okay. Oh, hey, buddy followed me. Ouch. Let me get out of here for a second. Sorry, what knocked me prone? This guy just like tripped on a landmine and it knocked me out. Hey, watching from work. You asking why I have 4 torches? Probably picked them up somewhere. They're an auto pickup if I'm not mistaken. Ow. And before he just goes and gets cloned again. I don't even know where I am. There you are. Kind of shocked that my clone is still alive. Real talk? What just did damage to me? Trying to figure out what is hurting me, because something is hurting me. Yeah, it's like helmets with a lantern. They're like headlamp lanterns, basically. Must have just been this guy. Fucking overdose injectors. They suck. Be like shooting, somebody shooting like injections full of heroin at you, basically. Luminous burnt capacitor. Also, anybody just hanging out, if you're even remotely interested in Dwarf Fortress, your companion was killed by a bloody plasternoid. Well, I go find your body and eat you. Because I don't actually have the achievement for eating your own clone, which I always forget about, and then I remind myself I should like clone myself and eat it, and then I don't. Question is, where did you go? Did I? Okay, who's got a gun? Somebody's got a gun. Chad, who's got a gun? I don't know if you actually should want to answer that question. Oh, there's the gun. Ow. Place 6 Enigma snail corpses before me, and I shall reward you with enhanced prowess. Enigma snails? What are Enigma snails? I may have killed those, but I don't actually know, I'll be honest. Are Bay from new major update? All right, I mean, that would be why I don't know what they are. Can I ask where they live, or is that spoily? If it's spoily, just tell me and I'll refrain from continuing to ask. I kind of just want to jump in the hole, but I also kind of don't really want to die, so. Ooh, another enemy I haven't read the description of yet today. Icy Jaws, Rimyuk. Tiny granules of ice stick to the violet frill of this frigid iguana. Ow. I am frozen solid. Chat, are you frozen solid? This is why you always keep a little bit of lava on you at all times. Just a little bit. I poured lava on me. I am no longer frozen solid. Nope. I'm not burning. Now I'm burning. All right. I'm no longer burning. I was burning. I'm not burning anymore. Got hot in here for a second. Jesus, you walk into a room and there's just blood all over the walls and there's just a crab there. Ay, ay, ay. You really don't until you die. When you don't. I can get more, it's fine. Also, do I have to tell you again to not tell me what to do? If I want to do a thing, let me fucking do a thing. Now that's a mechanical spoiler in that instance. All right, I'm frozen solid again. You're not my boss. No, you're literally telling me. You are 1000% telling me. You are doing the polar opposite of what you think you are doing. So, yes, you are telling me. And I kind of hate the fact that you're telling me. So, continue doing what you're doing and I will continue bitching. Pour it on yourself. If that works. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm not telling you. I'm telling you that I'm not telling you. Which is literally telling you. Anyway. I'm just gonna say, like, if you're just here to tell me how to play the video game, I'm just going to ask you kindly to refrain from speaking, right? That's the rule. Yeah? And if you don't understand that, I can't help you. Right? Anyway, we died, which means we go back to the last checkpoint. Yeah, it's fine. It is what it is. We're just playing in tourists, so it doesn't matter. I'm literally just sightseeing. The game's fantastic. It's one of the best fucking roguelikes of our time, frankly. It is permadeath, but the mode I'm playing isn't permadeath. You know, it's really funny when I play games like CUD because I realize just how few people are familiar with what the term tourist means. If you've ever played a roguelike called NetHack, compared to Dwarf Fortress Adventure Mode, completely different, not really comparable. This is a like RPG roguelike. Adventure Mode is a sandbox, completely different things. But like, So a tourist mode in a roguelike is when they either remove a lot of the hurdles for the difficulty, or alternatively, remove it, or either remove permadeath or remove the hurdles caused by permadeath. So either giving the player extra tries or removing permadeath entirely. Game journalist mode, you cunt. It's literally just, yo, I want to see the stuff mode, so I can save at towns. There's another one where you're neutral to all enemy characters. So, also don't fucking be an ass to game journalists. Jesus Christ. I hate people who do that. It's one of my fucking pet peeves. It's people with less free time mode. You dickwad. Alright. But one of these days, I guess, people will learn what a tourist mode is. It just, to me, proves that, like, okay, well, I guess you've never played NetHack. I guess you've never played Tome. I suppose you've never played ADOM. Which is unfortunate. You should go play some good roguelikes, chat. You have a good night, Haz. Thanks for hanging. Well, ADOM had a tourist mode. Depends on how good your eyes are. If you have very good eyes, Cogmind is brilliant. If you can't see very well, Cogmind is pain. So for me, Cogmind is absolute pain. There's a lot of clone language back there. I was able to get both of them right off the bat, which is very helpful. I'm bleeding. Because you shot me. I hate how much bleeding those give you. I don't know. I guess before I started this playthrough, I was of the understanding and assumption, which was clearly misplaced, that people who play roguelikes know what tourist means, but I'm learning rather rapidly that nobody seems to. Which I think is very strange to me. Hey, Beefcake, what's up? It's good to see you, man. Ouch. There we go. This game is some of the best world building I've ever seen in a video game. Like, plain and simple. Just learned about a tank sim in development called Gunner Heat PC! Exclamation point? Is the exclamation point part of the official title? Because 10 points for silliness. Yeah, absolutely. But I have 210 hours in the Steam version, plus some in the free version before it was on Steam. And I'm at a point in my life where, yes, I could absolutely do that. And absolutely I've done that. And I've made it very far into this game without dying. Sometimes I just want to relax. Maybe I'm just getting old. I don't know what it is, but I don't always have the energy to do that. And if that's all that we're going to have discussions about, then I will just simply ignore the chat. Because, like, frankly, I don't feel like just sitting here and making excuses as to why I'm playing in Tourist. Just realize that that's what Tourist is. If you're ever playing a roguelike and you see people talking about, yeah, I'm a tourist, it really just means they've turned permadeath off. No, to me it just means that you are relatively inexperienced with roguelikes, most likely, which I think is also kind of sad. I just wish that more people who played these types of games knew more about these types of games, because it's... Roguelikes are a very old genre of game, right? Like, we've had roguelikes for a very long time, and as long as I've played roguelikes, tourist modes have existed. And so, and seeing the game journalist mode comment just kind of irked the shit out of me for some reason. It's like, come on. I like that kind of behavior. Oh yeah, there's sentient plants right next to me. That's what these are. These guys. Spiny nodules are camouflaged against the stone of chrome. You can also become friends with mushrooms and let them live on your person. I wonder if poison affects you. I was curious. How do you do what? Oh, hello, you. The mushroom thing? Make out with a mushroom for a bit. Just bump up against it, smooch it, poke it, look at it. And when you see pink spores come out, get those spores all up your butt. And you will become a friend of fungi in no time. Usually they replace an armor slot, twitch ups. And depending on what it is, they can be very powerful. Does it not kill you? No. Like here, you want to read about some fungal infections? I'll talk to you about some fungal infections. Fickle gill. In cases of fickle gill, infection culminates in the formation of fleshy spore-bearing gills in colonized region. Upon certain stresses, typically under a bodily harm, the gills flex and release a cloud of spores numbering in thousands. The shower onto the adjacent parties, ostensibly protecting their host. The rained spores, in turn, colonize their new hosts, rating this disease among the most contagious. Glow crust. The appearance of frosty luminous nodules characterizes this colony. As is always the case with the symbiosis of fungus, does not seem to benefit its elements. Some patients report gratification in consuming the edible horse shrooms that sprout from their skin. Accounts vary according to personalities of the afflicted. Mumblmouth. The colony of filaments vermilion seems to incubate a living tissue that resembles human lips. The pair together to form tiny mouths that tessellate the infected region. A saliva-like sputum gets frothed up from the dermal base and forms into bubbles that pop when the lips spasm and parse. Each pair of spasming lips flagellate each other to produce a sort of speech-like mumble. Even more curiously, the mumbling across the cluster of mouths occasionally coheres into intelligible words and phrases, suggesting the colony is able to reproduce sounds from a collective memory. Waxflab. This species of fungus secretes a fatty wax that dries into the protective cast while it insulates the encased appendage from physical harm and electrical current. The patients report sluggish response at times, and the infected flesh is susceptible to the liquidification when heated. In fact, habitual body heat tends to melt the inner layers of the cast, trapping in a few drams of molten wax between the skin and casting. Occasionally, this milky broth leaks out of the cast onto the ground. Here's a better one. This is a completely different. This is a disease and not a fungal infection. This is on Moon King fever. This is probably the most bizarre of the afflictions I've encountered in my 40 years as a physician. Moon King fever is a brain disorder characterized by the unwavering belief that the victim is the king of the moon. All 12 of the afflicted patients who I've treated experienced identical symptoms: burning fever, accompanying fever, dreams of the moon, followed by hyper-emotive facial expressions and delusions of grandeur, and a disregard for self-preservation. There is no known treatments for Moon King fever. The prognosis is madness, followed by glorious feat-induced death. Suicide games. Also, there's a mushroom over here to the left of me that might be contagious. I don't actually know. I don't feel like being a Friends of Fungi this run, though. Let's sting you. And discharge my static. Ow. Oh, boy. Yeah, it'll live next to mutations, but like, if certain fungal infections remove your ability to wear armor on that piece, for example. But it depends on which one it is. Some yes, some no. I'm getting pretty close to leveling up, actually. Just keep farming these guys. And poison. God, there's so many. Only actually using one of my dual wielding pistols. It's starting to look like Golgotha. There's so many liquids everywhere. But they're 210 XP apiece, so I'm just gonna keep doing this. What is going on? Might actually vamoose after this. Go elsewhere. Gonna kill you. All right. Pretty badly wounded. Okay, though. I think we're pretty close to the end of this floor. Seems like it. Yep. Yeah, mushrooms are a lot of fun, but mushrooms are one of those things that can, like, if you get the wrong combinations of afflictions, they can kind of gimp your runs, so I'm kind of avoiding mushrooms this time. Like, I've definitely had, like, builds relatively wrecked by the wrong mushroom infection. These guys are good XP right now. Like finding a segmented worm early on. Anybody know if the empty injectors are worth anything? I don't believe I've ever tried selling them. I never really thought about it. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised if you've played this game that you haven't run into a fungal infection by mistake. Because that's usually how most people find their first fungal infection. It's usually on accident, and then suddenly it's just, like, impulsive screaming. Lurking bets. Alright. What are we on? It's 99% parasitic on you? I don't know. Having a couple mumble mouths on you can be super helpful. I want to extinguish. Like, there's been a couple of times where, like, I've gotten a couple of mouths on me, and then just almost immediately gotten a secret and found, like, a legendary gem keeper or something, and a water weep. Like, they can certainly be helpful. At Immortal, place 4 extra-dimensional items before me, and I shall reward you with enhanced prowess. Yeah, good luck on getting 4 very difficult to find items. Good luck with that. I can't aim, apparently. These are also pretty good XP. Hey, Matsus. No. Let's make you dead. There's a lot of stuff back here. Nanomachines, apparently. You have to find the world history, and it's scrambled every run. So unlike Dwarf Fortress is like... It makes a whole new world for you every time, right? This, it's still the same world, but they scramble it. So it's like you're just finding echoes of the world previous, which is very fun, in my opinion. It's not the button I was looking for. I think you had to quit the game because a mushroom occupied your primary hand more times than... You know, honestly, that's what dev tools are for. If, in my opinion, if mushrooms break a run, I just dev tools my way out of it. It's like, that's just... Although there's nothing more fun than having your tongue rot out in this game and then trying to find a new... Spending the next 6 months trying to find an Uber Nostrum. Audio, what's up? It's good to see you. We're playing around in CUD because my power went out. And lost not a bunch of progress, but enough progress that's like... Fuckers. Molting basilisk. This basilisk's nature statue is scaled skin, the color of dull quartz, and it strikes as it stills and pose on the artist's mold. Stony bite. I'm just gonna realize that I'm beat. Feel like walking all the way out of here, so you know what we're gonna do? Yeah. Ow. I really hate Quillipedes. They're super annoying. Because they do shockingly large amounts of damage. Yeah, it's fine. It only went out for like 15 minutes, but still it was enough. In which you can, oh, when you can summon plants around you? Yeah, that's a pretty fun. I mean, there's a ton of different builds that are just like interesting that are not the, or a ton of different abilities that are not the strongest on their own, but when you add things, it's very powerful. Yeah, I know, Bad Emperor, which is why I just use DevTools to remove them if they're on a thing that completely gimps your run. But then again, I've also wished quests complete before. Because, like, you'll be level 1 and you'll just get, like, go 9 parasangs this way and quest. And it's like, but what if I don't want to do that? Did I leave things here? Can't remember. Wasn't here that I left things. We'll see you, Twitch Ups. Any new secrets? I can't remember. Nope. Don't have any new secrets, Sag. Let's go drop some books off. Yep. All right. Any items I could give you for relation? Anything I don't need? Really? Masterwork missile launching is plus 58. Alright, that seems high. Considering I can just make those. I haven't found one. There might be. Just go get that XP. Let's just go to some let's go over this way. Let's go poking around the Deathlands a little bit, shall we? Or actually, you know where we haven't been yet? Let's just go poke my head in here. How strong are you? Probably pretty fucking strong, I would assume. But I'm getting... Oh, you're not that bad. In one AR, Recef closed the gates to the Tomb of the Eaters and abdicated the throne and dissolved the Sultanate in order to lift the curse of Gyre. In 2274 BR, the people learned that Anti-Threduct II had faked his death by switching places with his twin. Despite reports to the contrary, Anti-Threduct II was still alive and well, and was known there henceforth as the Aquamarine Spectre of Nabtara. This is actually, like, not a bad chunk of lore here. 3526 BR, Eshrir III ravaged all of the trash district, which we've already seen. I think I've already seen that one. Or I've seen that one. Ravaged all the trash district, relocating the families and vines and camels. He became known as the Habekas Scourge. On an expedition around Lysum district, Kirkwad Arthroduct was captured by bandits. He languished in captivity for 7 years and eventually escaping to the Tamrod Tangle. Yet to find an ability in Caves of Khud that's not ridiculously exploitable and to an unbelievable expense, and plant summoning skill, no exception. Yeah, no, everything is exploitable, but this game is designed to be broken. Like, yeah, there are some things that are too broken. Like, yo, I'm just gonna get free stats. That's too broken. But in general, like, this game is designed to be broken, and that's why it's fun. While on expedition around Quarzimrod, Ashrir II lost control of her chariot and drove it off of a cliff. By the grace of fate, a group of nearby oozes came to her rescue. For the rest of her life, Ashrir II was indebted to oozes. All right? And deep in the wilds of Taparar, Ashrir discovered Arilok. There he befriended newly sentient beings and recorded the events of the last year of his life. All right, so I'm not really supposed to come here just yet. Yet here we are. Evil banana trees. Or evil trees? Are those banana trees? They look like banana trees. Oh, irritable palms. So we were talking about sentient plants earlier. To avoid them. I harvest a banana. We should go to the ocean, then we could have some sea nanners. Ow. Those trees hurt. Statue of an eater. Features erupt from the stone canvas and shatter into a figure from the deep past. Hair, skin, brow, thigh. Details hatch a few emotion inside you. So you sense the strange familiar as you move about the petrified likeness. And you wonder on how this eater managed to encase itself into your space-time braid. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. I mean, right now we're just wandering around. What desecrating statues does? Do you like pissing off a specific religion or group of people? You know, every time I come here, these just immediately attack me. Like, every time I come here, these guys always attack me. Which is actually weird that they didn't. Because I haven't, like, I haven't done the right water rituals to piss them off this time. Possessed of the enterprising spirit that stirred the Halgoret ages ago, Asphodel, called the Lovely, recently fitted towards the spindle with Exir and Asphalites in tow, and crowned himself Earl of the Omniporch. He reposes of the Musa Grove, under the great shade, unfurling tire pillows into petals into perfect contours and holding court. Hated by apes for burning one of their leaders' effigies. Hated by birds for digging into the remains of their ancestors. I guess he likes chicken. Disliked by the villagers of Narquil for insulting their Democrats. Loved by flowers. Anything to trade? No. Welcome to Almenport, traveler. Enjoy your visit. My earldom feast your eyes upon my tail and glorious spindle take. The scent of roasted Musa. Undoubtedly. I have proclaimed it so. There is no Earl to tell me otherwise. Live and drink, Earl. Thanks for the free water. Oh. But yeah, it depends on the statue and who's watching in regards to desecrating statues. This area always just feels like Indiana Jones to me. Like, I feel like I'm going into the Temple of Doom, you know? Pantine have transformed the Cyclopean bronze doors into a great shelves of sea foam and choral lyrical death depicted on the petals in high relief. Chained cables lift inverted pyramids through a calcified village and gaseous fire. The vaults of brine and skeleton harpists trapeze across, and the frays and goats chew copper bones and cornices. This is the Temple of Death. You'll be fine. Well, I can't actually enter the Temple of said Death. As you can see, the way is blocked. Lifegate. Pantheon have transformed into the Cyclopean bronze doors. Endgame stuff, you know? I just haven't come here yet in this run, so I kind of want to run around. Grab some bananas, you know? No. What's that sign saying? To Ezra. Meow. Banana Rancher. Will you sing and work with me, friend? There is indeed lots of things you can do to those gates. Warden 1FF reprogrammed converter. Out of an Oculus pours a scanning clone of mosaic light. It's unclear if they regard you as an interloper, but they take no aggressive action. Who likes you, Warden? Does not sound tasty. Have you never had banana chips? The hell, man? No offense, but like, if you never had banana chips, how do you live your life without trying banana chips? Banana chips are wonderful. Gladly. Traveler, put down your mangled trinkets and I'll repair them. Let's forget who likes you. Winged mammals don't like you. Loved by the Daughters of Exile. Also, just for those of you who haven't read this before, spools of hair are bunched under the frustum of her habit. Her round cheeks are smeared with polyurethane, and the spindled dust, and her face is pulled low by the violence of her square jaw. Long muscular forearms are tensed and repeated, pinching motion to a manipulation. Her eyes are ultra keen and shine bright cyan. Her vision smoothly segues between her work and her surroundings. You just don't really like Banana? I love Banana. Banana doesn't love me. I am a Daughter of Exile, but you should call me Eula Haj, Daughter of Exile. Tinker Nuns. Can I just say that Tinker Nuns is one of the best names for a thing just ever? What are you? I'm a Tinker Nun. A what now? It sounds like an insult. It's like, what are you? I'm a Tinker Nun, you bloody Tinker Nuns. Like the fruit, the people, or the bird, Metsis? Tinker Nuns are the world sees fit to call us that, sisters and me. Do you know the story of Rebecca the Exile? She was a teacher to Risef. but he excommunicated her from the Sultanate and banished her from the realm. The fruit? Tasty. In fact, I'll sometimes eat kiwis with the peel on. To know her, I've chosen a life of unlonging. And among my sisters, I have the honor of permanent residence by her gravesite. I'll tell you this, traveler. The shape of society is visible only on the outside. There is a place beyond, and there is a place beyond a boundary. Lore time. Wasn't Rebecca a healer? You presume too narrow of the meaning of the word health. Ezra sits at the shadow of history, where small things grow. It's the moss beneath the statue, quite literally, for centuries. Monarchs centered themselves with filling trees, and now Covenant only Ezra. Now of the Covenant, only Ezra remains. It's home to Rebecca's gravesite, so to the daughters, it is a sacred place. You may notice more of us on pilgrimage. Who is the man camped near the graveyard? Zatham. I don't see utility in unkindness, but he's a fool. Or at that proximity to meekness, one made one meek. I have no use for a man who seeks salvation in the body of a dead woman. What do you think of the plant you share this building with? I don't. Live and drink, Tinker. Yes, trade. The question is, do I want to fork a lot of stuff over for him? I did vest. Graveyard. A mural to the gleaming specter, Quasmerod. The tomb world depicts a significant event from the life of the ancient Sultan Ishrir II. Beholder, chair the gleaming specter of Quasmerod, who in the year of the honorable ruin eluded death and emerged from the Empyrean Monogon. It sounds like a King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard album. All right. Goat and Sweetloaf. Ooh. +4 levels to psychometry. Oh my god, actually, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I don't think that... Where'd it go? Wondering about a specific thing that I have, if I still have it in my inventory. I might have sold it. I don't think that's going to help me learn this, though. I don't think we're level 3. Yeah, anything that I don't have, or that I have that I don't have the skill to learn to make yet? Don't think so. Why do you ask me about kiwis? Are kiwis controversial or something? Mayor Haddis, who's a tree. Do you have an eater? Features erupt on the canvas. Yeah, okay. I don't know when they added that backspace menu in, but it's the best thing in this game. Welcome to the village of Eldra. Seedlings, sit with me and watch the sun bathe in the shadows over the sky. You're a tree. Chat, if you walked up to a tree and it started talking to you, explaining to you that it was the mayor of the village, what would you say? I'm just very curious. One is best option. I mean, it's true. You are indeed a tree. Has an answer to that exact question? Does he? I'd say send me to the loony bin, but then you'd just be in a bin full of money. Bastet. As a Canadian, you'll understand my deep humor. Ha! 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 So I am. I split stone and joggle my fingers at the salt sky. So do today. So I did yesterday. How old are you? I tally so many autumns, but until I am black with rot, I cannot be right. The etching on my undertrunk places my seed date, the reign of Ishur III, so I am told. Technically, that makes you an eater, doesn't it? I suppose so. How did you become mayor of this village? I stood long enough. I jogged my fingers at the salt sky. I watched thy seedlings sprout and wither, and I watched thou place stones in straight lines like the bees and their nests of wax. I stood until the stones were nigh by me. The people followed the stones. The carved reliefs here are Eater Ancient. What is the history of this place? Ezra is more than tree old. It's stone old. Seedlings have lived here since our roots dreamed of jogging their fingers at the salt sky. They ate earth and belched freight at the eaters, or belched freight at the stars. And this place was their stomach. Later, the star tree died, and they buried their dead under its roots. This was their funerary place. Now we nurse the electric milk from the old and aching temple to turn our wheels and grind our seeds and grains. Now we are they. Star tree? Aye, the blue mother who speaks, who breaks the sky. Those who eat call her. I always assume that the G is silent, so Yas? I don't know. Yas. And those who call her, and those who wake call her Spindle. Who is Ezra's warden? One called 1FF, who wardened in errancy out of the tomb and was reprogrammed by the daughter who lived and died in the wrought black box 9 daughters ago. Point me towards your merchants. To your northwest seek the wrought black box. A plant and daughter live there. Cats of chrome purr at the tiny suns. I'm looking for work. Ezra is old and has long since cut a groove into the world, and it resides here in stillness and harmony. But Zotham, the patient one, is a seedling new to the world, and he quakes at all tensing the world does. You can share with him this angst. Go find him by the headstones for the dead. Live and drink, friend. Now, who likes you? Disliked by the Hedron of Bela for ruining the festival of Youth Yara. So is that the one that I put in charge or the previous one? Or is that just all of them in general? I suppose it's just all of them in general. Zotham the patient. Live and drink, wayfarer. Cause no strife here, and we will have no quarrel. I'm Eurus the tourist. Who are you? I am no one of any importance. My name is Zotham. Call me the patient. Patient? I was once a vile grave robber, the lowest of the low. Years ago, I sought to plunder the tomb of the Eaters and set off to do so with a pair of confederates. I watched both of them die, slain by ancient artifice and entombed with the ancient dead. I would have shared their fate, but for a coterie of Mapago nesting the catacombs. They kept me safe and fed for a while and treated my wounds. It is in their honor I seek a credo now. You're gonna go make some dinner? Alrighty, audio. Mopago? Mopago are plated digging creatures, whose armor scales and glow a pale white. They are contemplative, sociable, mostly peaceful. They commune with ancient objects, which is why a coterie of their kind live in the Tomb of the Eaters. They are patient even with rough-hewn wanderers such as we. But it's still not the best to ask one to explain. Herr Credo. I'd like to meet these Mopago. You find yourself in the tomb. The Mopago settlement is nestled in the wall of the northwest catacombs. The entrance is guarded by a chain turret named Vivira, brightly plated. Distinguish him from brethren. Resist your reflexive urge, fight or flee. Vivira is very friendly and open to parley. If you meet him, tell him I sent you. Speak to a turret? I suppose I will. Live and drink. All right. What else do we have from you? You speak like a warden. I am no warden. My only fellowship is with my own shame. What are you doing here? I watch over the grave of Rebecca to atone for my deeds and to find my credo. Who is Rebecca? I mean, I already know this. Rebecca is a physician and an advisor to Rebecca to Resef until she lost his favor. When, after years of exile, she lost her voice and her life, she was buried here, an outsider, unfit to be interred with the honored dead. So she rests here. I believe her proximity will help me find my credo. Credo? Yes. It is a rite of passage for crazy religious folk, such as myself, for the Mopago people. A statement that inspires contemplation, discussion, and thought. An ideal credo has no single explanation or interpretation, and is meant to inspire contemplation in those who hear it. For this reason, it is considered rude among the Mopago for asking the meaning of a credo. Someday I will find mine. Sounds like a cult. Is your motivation... Wait, what? What are you doing here? I missed what dialogue piece I was in. I need to enter the Tomb of the Eaters. Is your motivation just? There we go. Only those who pay their respects to the grave of Rebecca will know the way into the tomb. If you make it inside, the Mopago will offer you solstice and knowledge, and can tell you more about the tomb's contents. How's the tour? It's been pretty tourful. Can you wait? Can't you tell me anything else? No. All right. Well, time to stare at some gravestones. The body. You. Here rests Ibis. Here rests Timir, immolated by a symbiotic butterfly. Gyru succumbed after losing some maize-beard gland paste. Here rests the body of Kishra Kurum, died of malnutrition. In loving memory of Mushmorwood, cooked for sustenance by fungi. In loving memory of Eshuun, fell off a cliff trying to recover a lost giant centipede corpse. What a thing to fall off a cliff for. Here rests the body of Tashrim Ymir, killed after cooking a rancid meal for the Hedron of Bela. Yeah, I would do it. Here rests the body of Kur, murdered after mysterious circumstances by swine. You recover the mark of death of the late Sultanate. Rest in peace, Rebecca, succumbed to glot rot. Pretty important lore spot, that. Is it random? I don't know. I got it the last time. I mean, naturally, it would explain the loss of voice. Who have I not spoken with yet? You! Spoken with. Hello, sapling! Oh, joy, another meat... Sorry, let me try that again. Oh, joy, another meat being. Please tell me you're here to buy something. Why important? The This is an area that you don't normally go to right away. I mean, like, you kind of can. The first time I came here, I just kind of started a run and just ran here. Yeah, all of the writing of the NPCs in this game is just ridiculously good. Like, it's actually kind of funny because, like, I always hold this game as being like some of the best writing in roguelikes that I've ever played. But at the same time, Cogmind actually kind of rivals it in places. I don't know if anybody here has ever dug into Cogmind, but there's some weird shit in Cogmind. I am your satirist. You are? I am Sixshrew, the merchant from the Consortium of Phyta. Disinclined to waste your time on talkative strangers. I sell things, and you can buy them. I would, in fact, strongly encourage you to buy them, or be on your way. Sunless Sea level of writing? There's a lot of surprisingly good writing. Maybe not surprising. There is a lot of incredible writing in roguelikes that so many people will never see, and it's kind of a pity. Another game that has actually shockingly good writing is Brigador, if you actually dig into its lore. The problem is that game does a horrible job of giving it to you. Why are you called Sixshrew? I'm not. Why are you called Pest? I'm not. Because I'm a pest? Chat, are we a pest? It's just too important. Are we a pest? We asked him why he's called Sixshrew, and he asked us why we're a pest. So, are we a pest, chat? Or are we not a pest? One vote for one? All right, well, one for one and one for all, I suppose. You are now. Are you going to buy something, pest? You're a bit rude. You're being a bit annoying. So I suppose both of us so I suppose both of us have our burdens to bear. Perhaps we should do some trading and move on with our lives. You're being it's taking me back to the beginning. Is something the matter? Oh, I'm fine. Fine. I simply abhor being assigned this stinking backwater Mesa Grove after decades of service to be unceremoniously dumped in an office next to a fleshy tinkerer who works day and night making all manner of racket through the thinnest and most conductive walls ever crafted. What is it, as you humans say? Living the dream? Yes, I'm living the dream. Let's trade. Wallace Crysteel Nanite Gauntlets. Please. Taco Suprema ×5. God damn it. Gotta love the canned mystery meat, too. I was wondering how much you'd buy my Hyper Tractor for. Actually, that's the thing I was going to see if I could learn to make. Hold up. Which, for some reason, is, like, not in my inventory unless I'm crazy. Oh, I understand why. Yay! I now know how to make Hyper Tractors. Gauntlets do I have? Let me clean them first. I think I'm using stretchy ones. I had some, but they were cracked, and I equipped something else on short notice. Yeah, just elastine gloves. I don't even have gauntlets on. We're not that well geared, to be completely honest with you. Kinda want the nanoweave vest. Honest, I could probably afford it. I feel kind of bad just stealing that Taco Suprema. Kind of bad. Man, I lucked out so much just getting that cloning draught. All right, let's see if I can whack together enough money here. Hmm. Keeping the rocket launcher though. I can make more rockets, that's the thing. I'm not gonna need that. It's a named item, but it's fine. You can have it. I could sell the keys. I don't actually have any use for those anymore. Because those are for the troll rooms. I don't think there's any other uses for them. I don't think, anyway. Most of the stuff in here I can just remake. Call that goat jerky. And with the boar jerky and the beetle jerky. I just want the sturdy nanoweave vest. That's all I really want. Also just like trade all of this stuff. But it's not really doing much for me. Basically, I have to sell the missile launcher. What do you think? Do I do it? Do I buy the nanoweave vest? It's pretty good. It's for 2. Plus 2, though. Why don't I craft something to sell? Probably not a bad idea, actually. What can I make? Could make jackhammers. Vibro daggers sell pretty well, right? Make vibro daggers. Almost have enough stuff to make hyperactors. Rocket launchers could I build? Let's tinker up a bunch of missile launchers.
This is madness! Madness. This.
Hi, Hobo. Yeet. Ryrie says hi from earlier. Just, you know, got a bunch of these now. Now I can buy extra stuff. I did kind of want to sell that, though. All right. Now I got, you know, just shit tons of stuff. Also buy a weird artifact while I'm at it. All right, actually, let's buy the Flawless Crystal Gauntlets, the Sturdy Nanoweave Vest. Yeah, it's fine. I don't care. Just sell rockets. There we go. Thanks to 5 grams of water. All right. I never think about just crafting shit to sell. Anyway, I have Flawless Crystal Gauntlets now. Gives me heat resistance, which is going to make the area that we're going to easier. Which is a hell of a lot better than the elastine gloves I was wearing. And then the little bit less armor than the carbide plate armor, but the benefit of the armor that I have now is it's not going to give me as many debuffs. It's also nowhere near as heavy. I mean, like, sometimes you just gotta, like, whip out your wrench and build 8 rocket launchers, you know? Like, sometimes you just gotta do that. Also, got a weird artifact you gotta peek at. Cannon. It's a linear cannon. It's too complex for me. Even with the level up boost? Excuse me? Like I said, sometimes you just gotta rip out your wrench. I think I just found a railgun. Yeah. 2D12. A motley cacophony of short wire loops surrounding a long metal rail. Yeah, it's a fucking railgun. Oh shit. Yeah, I would have known how to if it was a chain gun, I already know how to make those. So I would have known what it was. Yeah. All right. I don't have any ammo for it. That's a problem. I do have cells to power it, but what ammo does it use? Because that I don't actually know. I've seen those on the wiki. I have to look it up. Hold up. Uses lead slugs? Really? Mother of Christ. Well, screw those pistols I have. Here, take a... Wow. Anyway, we have a railgun now. Let's take those 2 pistols and pull the cells out of them. Because I can just make those. Issue. Because, like, the rocket launcher is 1d6, which is, like... Fuck it. You know what? Actually, let's just deconstruct it. Holy crap. I've cleared up my inventory. I also need to go trade with you. You know, of all of the people in this game, the plants make the most sense to have the water ritual with. Bro, there's so much inventory management in this game, it's not even fucking funny. See, this person had a chain gun. Or has a chain gun. I know how to make it. Or rather, the instructions on how to make a chain gun. Also, holy crap, I've gotten an incredibly low number of... Yeah, I have the lead slug recipe. I was literally about to go make a bunch of those. Which are weirdly far down on this for some reason. Remember, chat, lead slugs require D. Gotta use the D to make the bullet. Anyway, we got lots of bullet now. Let's go test this toy out. Where are we at? Just get out of there and just go to the random mountains. Peek around. Cool. This is kind of overkill. 33 damage, not bad. 31 damage. I'm literally just bullying weak units. 37 damage. I feel bad. 25. Ooh, got him. Look at all these baboons, Christ. It uses a shit ton of power, though. Holy crap. So it like will one-tap things, but it will just completely obliterate your batteries. Yeah, so I am gonna need to remake those laser pistols then, that's fine. Force bubble, and just peace out. Alright, yeah, it completely wrecks your battery. Okay, I'm just gonna go back there, because I'm curious about something. Because I was so infatuated with the armor in that guy's store, I didn't check weapons. I'm just curious if he has any good melee weapons. I need a better melee weapon. Not really. I mean, most of the stuff that he has right now, I just sold him. It doesn't. All right, that's fine. Yeah, that's a. I've never seen that thing before, so it's a new one to me. So now we've got. So I guess that's a railgun that you would use to just like annihilate a bunch of space-time Nazis then. Just reading some of my chem cells. Do I even have what I need for this? Oh, yeah, I do. Oh, don't have any A-bits. Which one's A-bits? Oh, right, yeah, because I've literally just... Alright, so I gotta go. Alright, I was gonna do this earlier, so let's go do this now. Go be ballsy. Crafting materials. Veering Stalker. Just curious. I missed! Shit! Just curious about how much damage this thing's gonna do to it. If any. Alright, 14 damage. Not much. Oh, I'm stunned for the turn. You're stunned for a 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 turn. And we get up. Alright. Did get some crafting materials though. I love the Deathlands. It's just like, I'm gonna pop in here, and if I don't immediately see a large army of scary guys, then I fucking run. Deathlands are fun like that. All right, 24 turns. But the wave. But the wave! Whee! It's fine. I swear it's fine. Because we're just going to teleport back here. All right, I was just testing things. That's the beauty of being a tourist, is you can do shit like that. Just run in and just fucking suicide yourself. All right, let's do what we're actually going to do, which is run around here. Oh, hey, look, a gun. Bop. Let's go get us some crafting materials, shall we? Trapsing mortar. Ow! You know, I don't believe I've ever actually been hit by one of those. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't think I've ever actually been hit by a traipsing mortar. I don't think that's ever happened to me. That's funny. Ow, and then he hit me twice. What are the fucking odds? Hey, Prismatic. It's been a fucking long time, Infinity. A fucking long time. Here, let's just shove you up against the wall. Come on, you little shit. I just want to touch you with my hands. Oh. Or you'll just kill yourself, which seems to be what just happened. Oh. Let's make you go away. But how are we doing today, Prismatic? We're just cutting. Don't mind me, only cutting. I was watching a stream of this once, and there was a person asking, like, a whole bunch of questions. And one of the questions that they asked after about 20 minutes of me watching them was, why do I have to keep buying new batteries? I was like, you know, you can just recharge them. Clearly they didn't know. With warm food? Oh, that's good stuff. I should probably go outside. I actually haven't left my house since Saturday? Today is Wednesday? Yeah. I haven't left my apartment since Saturday. I did work out once, though. So I'm not a complete and utter delinquent and waste of society. Just mostly a delinquent and waste of society. Let's go over to the Nook. Yeah, I know what you mean. The problem is like, I get depressed and then I just don't want to interact with society. But I will be interacting with society tomorrow. Can't equip those, but I can take them. Can sell them. God, that does a lot of damage. That's not the button I was looking for. Discharge was what I was looking for. A painted bronze longsword. Terrible, but I can look at it. At dawn under the strange burgundy sky, the Temple of Tar saw an image on the horizon that looked like a token bathed in burgundy. It was Anti-Thrydacht. And after he came and left Tar, the people built a monument to him, and there henceforth called him the Burgundy Token. Cool. Aren't I interacting with society? Yeah, sort of. I mean, define interacting with society. Like, I go to concerts occasionally, but that's not really interacting with society. That's sitting quietly in my seat while I listen to loud music. Because we still wear masks and can't interact with other people. Although it never... Ooh, a Taco Supremo. That's a good random loot drop. Hell yeah. I mean, I personally have no trouble interacting with society. The problem is no parts of society care about my existence. That's the actual problem. I personally have no issues. Ooh, a Sphinx Injector. I don't actually know how to make those yet. There we go, now we do. We're immune to confusing attacks. Yes. Very helpful. Compass Bracelet. Don't need the Carbide Longsword. Yeah, I know. I exist and entertain you, but that doesn't mean that I have to interact with society in the outside realms to entertain you. It's very much the opposite, in fact. Oh, it's just a Sunveil. But yeah, no, I get depressed, and then I just don't want to interact with other humans, and then I just generally don't. God, this fucking railgun. It's just goddamn goofy. Those poor way droids. They're such a threat in the early game, and then once you hit like level 8, they just stop existing. Hey, Bob. It's going pretty good. Power went out earlier today, which is why the stream timer says I've only been streaming for 3 hours. I've actually been streaming for like, I guess, close to 8 now? Yeah, about 7.5. Well, it's been a pretty good stream. No real complaints. Chat's been generous, keeping the stream funded. We played Dwarf Fortress earlier, and now we're just chilling over here in this world. And tomorrow's a big day. We're having Tarn Adams on the stream. For the 5th time? I guess it stops being as exciting after it's happened a couple of times, but I have Tarn Adams on the stream at 3 p.m. Pacific, an hour and a half ago tomorrow. For like an hour and a half. We're gonna be talking about all things dwarfy. Good. Lots of crafting bits. I love being neutral to cats. Because those annoying as fuck pumas don't constantly try and murder me. Because it's not stench, it's acid. Treat as scrap, disassemble all. It's like, have you ever seen Breaking Bad? Well, imagine they shoot the acid that they use to break down bodies in Breaking Bad out of their butts. That's kind of how I imagine it, personally. Cloneling. Statue. Ishri III, at the Battle of Oligart, Ishri III fought to subjugate cannibals. He wielded a traveling axe with such prowess that it became forever known as Traveling Kuss, the woe of cannibals. Pretty sure I've seen that exact message a couple of times. Yeah, we've been doing pretty well. Wynn goofed off and died to a pyramid in the Deathlands just to test it. As effective as this gun seems to be, it's not that effective. And I'm kind of disappointed. But, yeah, it is what it is. It's nice to be able to not care sometimes about dying. Just fuck around and mess with shit. Alright. How you doing today, Almond Roll? We're probably going to do another full day of this character on Saturday, assuming they don't break my save on Friday. But if they do, I'll just roll back. I'll back up the save first, though. Poor Dawn Glider. Dawn Gliders, scary as fuck at level 1, then you hit level 2. Well, maybe not. Then you hit level 2. Then you get a gun. And then you're like, what up, bitch? Yeah, those are effective against highly armored units. Fucked up that snail. Oh, great. Yeah, well, that wasn't what I was trying to kill, okay? Pyramids are death, basically. God, how much damage do you fuckers take? A lot, clearly. Ow! I don't like this spot. I'm gonna leave. I was waiting for that to happen. All right, let's do this. Healing. Let's... No, I'm not looking for a blaze injector. Because I wasn't burning. Or rather, I wasn't frozen. I'm looking for this. I was looking for a flashbang. All right, Beetle. Fucking. Idly weaving. I like the Voiders. They're cool. They're just like multi-dimensional spoders. All right, let's keep exploring. I'm just gathering up trade, or not trade, crafting materials. Because I made 8 rocket launchers to sell. Sometimes you just gotta make, 8 rocket launchers to sell. Ow. Left the map, apparently. The chameleon's just running away from me. You know what? I would too. I would too. How else do you make water, you mean? Selling random swords that the goat folk drop, generally? There's always a point in every run of CUD where I just, like, go and get a bunch of carbide axes and swords and bits and pieces and just sell those. Until I get crafting up enough. Okay, now I want to know how much damage I'm going to do to you. Ow. Not as much as I would like, actually. Alright, 22, that's not bad. I'm a little bit offended at how little damage this is doing to a Slumberling. Until you have no idea what to do with all of the money. Isn't that, like, most RPGs, though? Like, that's not necessarily just unique to CUD. Like, yeah, certainly that happens in CUD, but it's certainly not unique to CUD. God, everybody's here. Ow. Yeah, you better run. Bacon. Because you might need them later, and that's the JRPG experience. Similar, but relatively different. Let's forget how much chain gun turrets hurt. Alright. Steel plate mail, that's actually not a bad early game armor drop. It's just a rifle turret. I could have just punched that one. A turquoise tube? New toys. Probably not. I'm gonna be disappointed. I'm gonna be disappointed! Oh, it's a blaze injector. Fucking what? I haven't found blaze injectors yet? Anyway, I can now make blaze injectors. You know, there's been a couple of runs I've done in CUD where one of the first, like, there was one time I started in a randomly generated village that had two kind of hilarious things in the starting village. It was just in the salt marshes. And in that starting village included that starting village included both a water weep and a honey weep. So I started the game and literally had practically infinite money immediately. So give you an idea on how busted CUD can be sometimes. It's like I started a run with infinite money, basically. So at level 1, I was fully kitted. Just walked in and just went and bought a bunch of decent gear from the trader in the town and just started doing quests. More strange tubes. A grenade launcher. Wait, just a plain old-fashioned grenade launcher? Interesting. Okay, hold on a second. Could you even talk to the Lava Weep Mayor? Because, like, he'd be surrounded by lava. Unless, like, you happen to have, like, frost hands or whatever the freezing spell is, like... You can if you have crystal boots, I guess, but, like... like, man, that would take you a long time to be able to do the beginner quests in the game. You know, honestly, if I was in that situation, you know what I would probably do? I would probably just wish the first 2 quests done. And just, like, keep playing the game. That's probably what I would do. That or just accept that that character was about to become a nothing but a sandbox character. It's like one of the two. It's like either you're about to just be a sandbox character for the rest of that playthrough, or it's time to just wish them. You skip the village quest and just went adventuring? Yeah, you could do that. You can have a ton of fun with CUD just as a let's go on an adventure game. Can't cook with creatures nearby. What creatures? That's not a creature, that's a gun. Oh. There was a glow moth there. Can I preserve my food yet? Yay. Apparently I just made another meal. I didn't realize I had a meal in my inventory. Should really cook with that eater's nectar, shouldn't I? I was waiting until I could make a mouthwatering meal, and I was going to make a meal with bananas and the nectar, but I just didn't. I've had mares that are weeps before, but never one that I couldn't talk to. Like water weep, yes. Why is there acid everywhere? Also, isn't Steam like non-lethal now? I thought that they made Steam not lethal. I know there was a point where Steam was like lethal, but as I remember, one of my very first ever deaths in CUD was I built up basically the Human Torch. It was just a mutant with flaming hands that could spontaneously combust and all that fun stuff. Walked into a lake and shot a glowy fish with my fire hands and then died to Steam. Like, that's literally my first death in CUD. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Steam, like, it does damage to you, but it doesn't just, like, insta-gib you now. Ow! That was scary. Got a chem cell. When it used to insta-gib you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Steam doesn't insta-gib you now, but like test it on a character you don't care about. Maybe I'll test it. Although I don't really have any way of easily creating Steam. But oh, I still have my 1 dram of lava, yeah. Oh, I have more drams of lava. They're just somewhere secret. But I don't think that's not something that it's worth doing. I mean, I could. I was like, let's just go there and dump some water. It's fine. We're a tourist. I just lost the last 10 minutes. That's all it. Never auto-walk in water. Said the guy who just auto-walked in water. Wait, no, that was me. All right, let's test this. See if Steam kills me. Yeah, we've been over this. For those of you who are, like, confused, this is a tourist character playing on their roleplay mode, which means I save every time I go to a town that's friendly. Pour it nearby. Yep. Let's try this. Apparently pouring lava in water doesn't create steam. So now I just need to kill myself so I can get my lava back. Although that's pretty easy. Oh, there we go. Excellent. Dismember me, please. Thank you. 2 of them. I hate mad poles so much. Eat. Nah, dang it. I needed to be hungry enough to eat my own arms. Anyway. So, not only did we did multiple pieces of science now. Pouring 1 dram of lava is not enough to create steam. So we've done 2 pieces of science for you. Anyways, chat, I've been streaming for 8 and a bit hours. And we're just goofing off at this point. I think I'm going to call it for the day and go clear my head and then package up questions for tomorrow for the conversation with Tarn. Apologies for today. It was kind of futzy. Power went out, so there's a big-ass break in the stream. Some people watching VODs are going to get mighty confused over on the YouTube's channel. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. Pacific, Tarn Adams is joining me, and I got all of these to sort through. So...